need to, if your hand position is this, or you are tense here, you are tense. If your hand position is right, and this wrist, it's very low, and they might play this. Hello everyone, and welcome to Music Academy International Inc. I am Liana, your teacher, your guide, and your mentor in the journey of the art of playing the piano. So this is actually part 2 in regarding the big topic of relaxation. I just finished part A that I believe it's one of the most important topic, and you please, if you did not watch it, I would absolutely recommend you to go over there because it's very, very important. Today it's in part 2, we will talk about why are we tense, how we are tense, what means exactly to be tense, and a little bit about the stretching. That is a little extra very important topic. All right, so let's start. Before we're starting, so I just want to welcome all the subscribers. We're having almost over 1,000 subscribers by now, and I want to thank you for all your support and love, and welcome to the new subscribers. We do have a huge playlist, over 300 videos over there. If you cannot find your way around it and you don't know where to find stuff, do email me or do leave me a message, below in the comments. What are your problems and what are you looking to, and I can direct you exactly to the questions that you might have it, because in 300 videos, believe me, it's so much information over there. So watch over there. All right, so let's start. Why are you tense? So first of all, the most common situation is you are tense because wrong position of the hand. So a lot of students, they are self-taught, or their teacher, they didn't quite put attention, or they did not listen to their teachers. That's another subject, right? And this wrist, it's very low, and they might play this. Right? So no, right? So what's happening, I did explain in the other video in part 1, I'm gonna go briefly on it. When you need to understand, when you play the piano, you don't play the piano only with the fingers. The fingers are like your tires, of a car. You have 4 tires, but right now you have 5, and they need to be here, right? And then this is the steering wheel. You go that direction, you're coming back. Doing this, you are stopping the flow of the energy that actually, if you didn't know, you do have a big muscle over here. Practically you are playing with this muscle over here, and it goes like, this is like I would say the power outlet, and this is the cord that needs to be totally relaxed, literally relaxed, and finally the energy comes into the fingers that I did explain in detail in part 1, those landing exercises, right? So you kind of understand that you're playing with the entire apparatus here, with the shoulders down, relaxed, with the arm loose and limp, so you can steer up and down. On the other aspect, your wrist needs to be high because you will do scales, and then when you do scales, you need to go this finger under, or not only the scales, obviously all technique, we need to have under and over number 3, right? And then if you are with the wrist down, you will play like that. So that means you will play like you will be on the on a country road with lots of holes instead of being on a freeway. what means to play tense, okay? The other thing I said in the other one, and I'm gonna repeat here, maybe it's your first video that you're gonna see it, it's the shoulders. If your shoulders are tense here, right, you're gonna not lean yourself into the piano, and to the end result, in time, you will need to go all force into the piano with the shoulders and with the chi energy coming from your core, body weight and arm weight, right? And maybe some that even jumping off the piano, like jumping on and making a little bit of fun. Now you need to, if your hand position is this, or you are tense here, you are tense. If your hand position is here, it's definitely you are tense. Okay. Then there are other reasons that are very important for me to point it out. And some people, they think that, okay, so I know how to play the song and I want to play that song, right? Meaning from no technique, they just want to jump even into a few release song that it's easy-ish, or they just want to jump from few release to this, right? I would say that this is too big of a jump, and if you trying to approach technique earlier than your fingers are ready to play this with easiness, you'll be tensing because you push your hands and the muscles are not there. So you're gonna play bumpy. It's like a kid trying to run before can even know how to walk, or just is starting to walking a little bit, few steps, and then is trying to to run. It cannot run, or it will run 3 steps, not a page of 16 notes. That's not gonna happen, right? So that's I have an entire video in the playlist, frequent asked questions, in which I'm explaining it exactly what means, how to pick up a song, which song it would be good, what would be the next good song for you. If you jump over only one level, it's okay, because if you like the song, you just, you're pushing and you're pushing just a little bit. But if you jump like 3 levels, too far into the future and you just want to be there, quantum leap, you cannot sustain this. Piano is like block by block by block, needs to grow, and the technique and the fingers organically. That's why we are organic. We're not machines to just to even when you do weights. I know from my son, from 20 pounds to 22 pounds to 25 pounds, and I don't know, in 3 years he is getting like, I don't know, 100 pounds or 200 pounds, I have no clue. It's unbelievable, right? And when I cannot lift even 20 pounds, but that's not it's not the topic today. So definitely don't go from, an easy-ish song and then you pick, oh, I can do this, that means I can do that. You will start tensing, and it's worst for the fingers and for everything. Alright, then they are, okay, it's another situation here when you are playing the next song, you are able to, actually it is your level. Obviously it's harder, your level, but it can be a good piece for you. You can, in slow you are relaxed, but as long as you want to speed up, you are not able to speed up because it's all bumpy and you start tensing, right? So that's another situation in which I would say, in this case, don't give up. Stay longer time in slow and slow and slow and relax, and then increase the tempo little by little. Don't go from a tempo 80 beats on a 80 to 120 with your metronome, because again, it's not gonna happen. The brain is gonna just get like fired up. It's freezing, and then the hands are gonna freeze, and then the hands are not ready to go that fast. So you need to increase your your speed little by little, and then you go faster, and then you pull back again slow. Go faster, pull back. Go faster, pull back. So these are, you're trying to trick and get ready your hands and your mind to play fast, because sometimes the hands are fine, they can play fast, but you freaking out and you are so afraid to play fast then you cannot play fast. It's like a blockage in your, that's another situation, blockage in your mind. You can be, emotional blockage, or you like not believing that you can play faster, and that's when you need the teacher to tell you, don't worry about it. Let's mess it up. Play as fast as you can, but don't stop if you make a mistake. Just go over and let's see how fast you can go. And in that moment, it's like, oh my God, that wasn't that bad. So the teacher will know if it's a good teacher. The teacher will know if your fingers are ready to speed up. A lot of times I'm like, no, we're staying here. Keep on going this speed. Don't do anything else. Just play this piece or these lines or whatever technicality it is for another week. And then I say, no, nothing. Just play 10 times a day. That line, do nothing else. Just play it. Get used with it. And then I'll figure it out when you're ready. All right. Then we do have, I did say there's another reason sometimes we get intense. It's a performance, pressure when you come to the class. It's a performance. I did an entire video in regarding performance anxiety, that is not necessarily to be on stage to be, anxious about it. You can be even playing the piano in front of your teacher, could happen, and it's happening to everyone. So you are not unique if this is happening to you, to have a little bit shaking in the hands and to not be relaxed. This is happening because of the emotional pressure that you put it on yourself to perform well and eventually to please me as a teacher or to please whoever is. And it's nothing to do with pleasing me, because you will please me, because I will see if you practice or not. It's about pleasing yourself and playing for yourself with the heart and the passion that you are inspired and dedication, right? So again, this playing the piano, it is, you gotta set up yourself little goals. I want to be in 2 months, reasonable goals. Perform this page or this speak or this song. So you do have goals, but you need to enjoy and every single moment, or say, yeah, I'm happy where I am today. Was not a good practice, but I'm still on my way, and I know I'm going, sometimes faster, sometimes slower in my progression. It's a journey by itself and needs to be enjoyable. Oh my God. So I promise I'm gonna give you some tips, but actually I'm gonna give you more tips into the next one, because I already make it too long, this video. So I'm gonna do another one in regarding stretching, part 3. The stretching for relaxation, right? Okay, so I'm gonna end here. Thank you so much for seeing this video. Again, you do have, if you really like these videos and others, because as I said, there are 300 over there, please support me, on PayPal or Patreon or Teachable. So for Patreon members, right now you can attach videos with yourself for asking questions, and I would love to actually reply to your questions. So if you go on Patreon, it's only like $10 a month, not big deal, and I can reply there to your questions. Then just open a Teachable account for those that are more advanced or intermediate. I'm not saying quite advanced. We're having right now it's gonna be ready an entire technique series with all the scales, all the arpeggios, all the Hanon, and it's amazing what is over there. And then I'm preparing right now a new tutorial, a new in-depth how to practice Reverie by Claude Debussy. I love that song, and I'm preparing exactly after this video. And what else? And live streaming every Sunday at 6 o'clock. If I'm sick or something, check my announcements, because I'm always, if I'm not there, I leave an announcement there. But I'm doing every Sunday 6 o'clock live streaming, half an hour, 40 minutes. If you have questions or topics that you would like me to talk about it, please write there, so I will meet you there. I would love to know who you are. So this is all I can say. Support me, like this video, comment on it, and see you in the next one about stretching.